Then off in the Group 1 Moyglare Stud Stakes. Its pivotal attack out well, followed by Composing. In between them is Susie's Songs, tracked by Venetian Sun. Beautify on the outside of Skydance, and dropped in at the back in the white cap is Precise. It is Composing taking it up from stable companion Beautify, who's just second from Susie's Songs, followed by Venetian Sun. Precise pivotal attack has quickly been shuffled back to be one from last, and at the rear is Skydance. 4.5 furlongs to go, and they're well stacked up. It is Composing and Christophe Soumillon striding on by a length and a half to Beautify and Dylan Brown-McMonaghan, followed towards halfway by Susie's Songs and Colin Kane. Precise and Ronan Whelan next on the outside of Venetian Sun and Clifford Lee, and then pivotal attack and Gary Carl, and just the back marker is Skydance and Billy Lee. 3 furlongs to go in the Moyglare Stud Stakes. It is Composing holding sway over Beautify, followed by Susie's Songs. Nudged along is Precise. In between fillies is Venetian Sun, being followed by Skydance. They've a furlong and a half to go. It's Composing from Beautify coming alongside. Gone on from in third place Precise, on the inside Venetian Sun, and then Skydance. In a ding-dong battle, now the stable companions, all of Aidan O'Brien's 3 driving finish, and Precise has cut them down. Precise extends winning ways on the Moyglare from Beautify. Venetian Sun tying up as Composing.
So the big two have been upstaged here, and it is Precise who's rattled up the hat-trick in the hands of Ronan Whelan. Big day for Ronan, partnering this 11-2 shot to victory here. We will go back to the start. Composing seemed to have the run of things from the front, Ruby. I know obviously the headwind, it's not ideal conditions today maybe, but Venetian Sun ended up in a spot I doubt her connections wanted her to be in.
No, she didn't. It's obviously the Geraldines runner Susie Songs goes forward and takes it off pivotal attack. Clifford Lee has come off the rail trying to follow Colin Keane and get onto the back of Christophe Soumillon, but outside of him then comes Precise, Ronan Whelan in the white cap, Beautify, Declan McDonough, and they just drift across and get right. Purple cap, of course, is Beautify, Declan McDonough. The white cap is Precise, Ronan Whelan, and now they have Venetian Sun in a pocket. And Ronan Whelan, I think, is really good here. He stays back beside Clifford Lee, never allows Clifford the room to get out from there. So he's stuck now behind the 2 Ballydoyle ones, and Ronan Whelan has him hemmed in. And you can see Ronan halfway up here. He has a little look down to his right to see what Clifford is doing, and when he sees Clifford is coming inside him, he then elects to go forward and stays up to Declan McDonough's boot. There is his look. He knows where he has. He's looking again. He knows where he has Clifford Lee. Composing. Christophe Soumillon is trying to lengthen in front on Composing. Beautify is starting to quicken. And look, Declan is tight to Christophe. Ronan Whelan isn't. He's going to shave Declan McDonough. And eventually Venetian Sun gets running. But really good ride from Ronan Whelan, riding more than just his own horse, which what you should do in a horse race. And I think he's given us a cracking ride. And Precise, who was game at Goodwood, was really tough again today and is quickened up smartly. In Venetian Sun, all too late when she starts to get going, and Nabs Composing on the line for third.
Yeah, just couldn't get rolling until it was too late. Venetian Sun today, she's lost her unbeaten record. There will be other days. She got the trip fine anyway, no question about that.
It looks that way to us on television. It's just she never got daylight to race into, and that is, Declan is beside Christophe, but that is orchestrated by Ronan Whelan, who keeps Ronan Whelan, the white cap, keeps it all in. And Dylan Brown McMonaghan, not Declan. Whatever way I read that, Dylan was all right beside Christophe, but good race, good fillies. But Venetian Sun never got daylight, and that happens in a horse race.
Yeah, it's just the 7 runners, but traffic problems for Karl Burke's filly, who's had to settle for minor runners today. What about Composing? We haven't spoken about her yet. I mean, were there any excuses for her?
No, didn't look to be. They didn't look like they went too hard, because Beautify sat right beside her and Precise was just behind her.
Splits look sensible enough,
they did. I mean, be very surprised if Christophe Soumillon was going to go too fast, but you can see her there, Gary. Her head is ever so slightly off to the left, but right as we're looking at it. Maybe there's an excuse for her. She looked really well in the paddock, but no, she was just disappointing. But you know, jockeys on the sidelines, no Ryan Moore, no Wayne Lorden. Ronan Whelan gets a chance, and he didn't just take it, he took it with both hands, didn't he?
That's for sure. Let's go back to Nick then, as Precise takes the first Group 1 of the afternoon.
Thank you very much indeed, Gary. Ruby, 11th in the race for Aidan O'Brien. And look, might just be that one or two, the first two, maybe even a couple more might end up meeting again in the Fillies Mile on the 10th of October. But the form of that Goodwood race at the back end of August has had one or two pretty serious boosts this week alone. Precise coming out best on top on the day. We'll get the thoughts of George and Dave in time, but not before we go to Musselburgh for their next race. Our first Group 1 of the day, though, goes to Ballydoyle. That is 4 now over the weekend for Aidan O'Brien. He ran 3 in the race. He's had a 1-2, almost a 1-2-3. Precise winning 11-2, beating Beautify 9-1. It was Venetian Sun who just mugged Composing for 3rd.
Welcome back to the car. Ronan Whelan joins me now after winning his second Moyglare Stakes. The first coming in Skidder Scatter, the next latest one coming in Precise. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, Kev. It's been a lucky race for me. Didn't feel as much pressure today now as I did riding Skidder Scatter, but look, the filly was good now. I didn't jump exactly how cleanly I'd liked, and she got comfortable for me. And to be fair to the filly now, she quickened up well, so she did, and I was probably value for a bit more at the line, you know. You
got into a lovely position. It was uncomplicated. You did a real smooth passage through.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think when you're drawn actually out wide on the 7 and these kind of races, I think it's for the best. You know, it just, as you said, just keeps everything smooth. And you know, Roger at home told me like she pricks her ears in front, and Wayne filled me in. He couldn't have told me any more about her and everything like that. So no, I'm just as I said in the RTE interview, it's not what you know, it's who you know, Kev.
And Ronnie, obviously typical one of Aidan's, just keeps on improving. Won her maiden 2 starts ago. She showed a really tough attitude to win the Prestige in her most recent start at Goodwood, but just travelled really well. On the way she's bred and on the way she's finished out, she'll have no trouble getting further.
No, exactly, Kev. Sure, look, I think them good fillies, like, you know, she had to show a turn of foot there over 7, but then the way she hit the line, you think she'd be better over further, like, you know. Just them fillies, when they have it, no matter what trip it is, what ground. She's just very versatile, very straightforward, and yeah, just a good filly.
And with the lads being suspended and injured as well, you're down in Ballydoyle 3 days of the week since the start of the season. It's great to get an opportunity like this, which you've taken of both hands.
Yeah, look, that's it, Kev. These are the weekends, what it's all about. It's all well and good, you know, being there and putting in the graft, but then when you get them chances, you have to take them. And look, as I said, Ryan, Wayne, look, they couldn't have told me any more about them. Like, you know, bar ride the horse, you know, they've told me everything, and you know, I can't thank them enough. And everybody down there, I know you hear it a lot, but it really is a big team effort. Everyone's helping each other, and look, I'm just glad to get my day of it.
Plenty more chances. You're not without a chance in the National Stakes. Of course, Goss Vincent O'Brien National Stakes on Italy. You've Lady in the Lamp in the next, Glen to Glen, and then Queenstown in the Ledger.
Yeah, exactly. Look, they all have their chances. Italy, he's just been a bit aggressive in his races, so I think the important thing for him is to relax and come home. And I thought maybe as regards best chance of winner might be in the last race, Glen to Glen for Joseph. He's having a couple of good runs and handicaps, and Joseph would have lined him up for today.
Well done.
Thanks, Kev. Thank you.
Well done, Ron. Welcome back to the car. Aidan O'Brien just landed his 11th Group 1 Moyglare Stud Stakes. Of course, Precise. Not the result any of us are expecting coming here today.
No, she's a lovely filly. Kevin Rogers done an unbelievable job with her, Marina and Julia. Wayne won on her the last day in Goodwood. Jack won on her the time before. She's homebred, obviously, Anne-Marie's and Anna's and everybody's. So she's over very good Galileo mare, obviously by Star Spangled Banner. Ronan gave her a beautiful ride. Delighted really. Strong headwind out there, so it's you know when you're going into it, I'd say. So she's a lovely filly, grown and mature and all the time. So you never know where she'll stop, but she's a very classy filly, really.
Typical one of yours, just keeping on improving. It was only the middle of August when she won her maiden. She was good in the Prestige, travelled really well today.
Yeah, she did, and she did the same in Goodwood, and she did the very same in Cork with Jack. She travelled very strong and got the trip real well and galloped through the line. So and that's what she's been doing. And like when you see them physically changing like that, obviously anything can happen, really.
Obviously she'll get further as well. Big run by Beautify. Are you disappointed with Composing your first time?
No, I probably what I maybe should have done, I should have put in someone to go for her. It's very hard. She won Make and Run the last twice, but maybe it wasn't fair to ask her to make the run and into that wind. And I should have changed that. And it was on my mind to do it, and I kind of left it alone because I had worked the last time. But I should have done it. But I wouldn't I wouldn't be any bit disappointed with the second or the third filly, really.
Fillies, Mile, Sheveley Park, those type of race, Busack maybe?
I think so, obviously, and I think that's a win and you're in for the Breeders' Cup as well. She loves fast ground, she's a slick mover. So I think all those races are open to her now, and she's a Group 1 winner now, so yeah, so we can go gentle with her now.
Whistle Jacket in the Flying Five, going to blinkers on you, slow head last time.
Yeah, he's better than we think we've ever had him. He loved the ease in the ground. We've been hard on him because we think we haven't been seeing the best of him, but he's done the most work and has been working better than we have seen out of him all year. So it's going to be interesting. It's 5 furlongs, obviously. He gets 6 or 7, but he wasn't a slow horse as a 2-year-old. He had loads of speed. He was he won Morny. So listen, he's loads of speed, really.
And Aidan and 3 then, obviously in the Goss Vincent O'Brien race, National Stakes, Justad, he's crying out, even in that run the morning, to step up to 7.
Yeah, the plan was to come here for the Hinds, which we thought the Curra would suit him better than Deauville, and he didn't get to go. So then, and the plan was for the filly to go to Deauville, which would have suited him better. The filly was fast, and the 6 just caught her out a little bit here, where he would have been very comfortable at the 6 here. So that's what happened, and obviously we had to get a run into him then again, because the plan was always to come here and come to the Hinds and then come here to the National Stakes. So we always thought he would get 7. He's been lovely since. Yeah, couldn't be happy with him. So looking forward to seeing him run now.
And Italy obviously has to be respected too.
Yes, yeah, he's a baby still. Yeah, I was kind of debating whether we'd run him or not, and we just have to help him to grow up a little bit. He's not the finished article yet. He's taken a long time to get it all together, but we think he will. He's a horse with a lot of ability. So, yeah, hopefully he runs well.
And Illinois then?
Illinois, first time back here after he won his maiden. I don't think he was back here since he was a 2-year-old. So big, solid staying horse. Stays very well. Whether he will have enough class to handle Joseph's horse, we're not sure. But he is in good form and he does stay very well. So it's a competitive race. So hopefully he runs well.
Best luck for him.
Thanks, Kev.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.